I'm telling you, man. You won't know until you try it. Just put the Pikmin in your mouth. Just eat it. Just chew it up and swallow it. Eat a Pikmin. Anyway, last time we helped some party poopers put on a party, and this time we are, you know, going places. Apparently these corridors are home to no one, which is, I think, empirically wrong. I think Ardwin lives in this house. Maybe. Like that skateboard, I don't think that skateboard is going to be used by anyone but, say, a human-sized entity. An Ardwin-sized creature, perhaps? Well, a previously Ardwin-sized creature. I'm pretty sure he shrank himself, as we've talked about. I don't have any explosive Tinykin right now, so I don't think I can go any further up. But there does appear to be something in here. I see. I think I'm gonna have to do some platforming. Alright. Very glad that we didn't get bit by that. That was almost catastrophic. You know, if the game had decided to actually make me stand still on the spot, like it usually does when I collect those blobs, that would have been, truly sad. Are you sure this fork platform over here is stable? Are you just... Yeah, he's just gonna fly upstairs without me. Cool. Oh, thank you for sending that line down. I thought you were just gonna leave me down here to look for a key on my own. What is that? Is that a cheese grater? I mean, the obvious joke, of course, is that ha ha ha, it's a weed grater, but... I don't know, Ardwin doesn't really seem like the type. He seems like a STEM kid, and most of the STEM kids that I know, like, you know, from the researchers that I've met and whatnot on the Void Sorrow, they're all weird narcs. And the ones that aren't weird narcs usually aren't very good at their jobs. Unless they're, you know, the kind of mad scientists who are, like, synthesizing LSD-26, which is the next version of LSD. If you think they're not working on it, you'd be wrong, I promise. Alright, there's some explosive Tinykin up here. Which means I think I can just immediately go down here and get some stuff. Yeah. Alright, so now we have that shortcut, or at least I think it's a shortcut. I think there is something up there. I don't know. I'm not sure if I can get over there, but we might as well find out, right? Yeah, I don't have the jump height to get up there, I don't think. Do I have the throw height to just let that rope down, or have I wasted my time coming back down here? Yeah. It's gonna be difficult actually hitting that thing. Well, maybe we'll find some green Tinykin upstairs. As I say that, they're immediately here. Alright, some electric ones as well. I don't have much to say about this place. It's a hallway. Interesting. There's not a super large amount of pollen up here, it seems. Just fair enough, because there don't seem to be any, like, plants in here either. Oh, out of explosives. Thankfully, the one thing I do have in abundance are the pink boys. Alright, they have moved the pot. Are you guys living in here? Oh no, it's a hospital. Spasmophilia. This is a House MD joke. I have no comment on the House MD joke because I once watched all of House MD as part of what the researchers called mandatory cultural training. It was awful. Like, it started out so good and I enjoyed it so much, and then they got really, really concerned with the sex life of the Australian doctor for some reason. And then another one of the doctors did meth for no reason and had sex with the Australian doctor. That's about when I realized that the show was going to steadily decline into a sex drama rather than a medical show. And that's fine if that's what you're there for. It's not what I was there for. It'll never be what I'm there for. Counterweight on the other side over there. I think I see the electricity puzzle unfolding before my very eyes. Beginning to worry that I'm somehow missing a whole bunch of pollen somewhere. Salvior Ardwin. Sorry, have the bugs misread that as Savior Ardwin, and that's why they think he's a holy being? Because I think that would actually be quite funny. More green Tinykin. Now we're actually getting back to a pretty decent laddering height. And an explosives tax. Because of course there is. Ooh. Yeah, so just gotta find either 4 more of those or a whole lot of loose pollen just kicking around the place. Alright, I think I can get up there now. I can definitely probably maybe connect the safe. I bet it's the date he graduated. Just based on the part of that diploma that's missing. Alright. 4 plug puzzles. Hooray! I hope these don't become a gameplay padding feature. That would be upsetting. Because I could easily see them being used well to sort of add variety and intrigue to the puzzle-solving gameplay. Or they could make it really annoying. Oh. Well, you all wait here while I go find more of you. Oops. Oh. Didn't want whistling to reset them. I wanted the opposite of that to happen. Oh, hey, another shield bug. What are you doing here, friend? Hello. Good to see you. Apparently they know when Ardwin comes to visit because their bugs are maintaining the clock, which is not something I expected out of them, if I'm being honest. It's going pretty well. We're just working our way through Tinykin, because this game has been kind of in my stream backlog for a little while, so I decided I want to play more of it today. I have had rather sporadic streaming times lately, so it's part of the reason why I have a panel on my channel that just sort of keeps track of the times that I stream and like vaguely deduces a schedule based on that rather than a set schedule, because I can't keep to a set schedule. The second I try to set a schedule for streaming, I immediately don't want to stream on any of the days that I say I'm gonna stream. Make my way back down here. It's the same thing with, like, whenever I'm told to do anything, basically. Like, my immediate reaction to anyone that's not me asking me to do something is, nah, I don't wanna. And I guess some part of me is like, oh yeah, the schedule isn't me. I guess Gasper is going to be in every area. You've definitely seen them in every area. Yeah, no, like when you're about to clean your room, someone tells you to pick it up. Yeah, it's like, no, I don't want to now, because if I do, that means, you know, that means you told me to, and I don't, we don't negotiate with terrorists in this household. I'll wallow in filth to spite you. I'm starting to wonder if the bugs just think Ardwin is invisible because they have really bad eyesight and can't actually tell when the human living here comes home. Because bugs can't really see all that well at their size. Apparently light bends differently for them, so their vision is just a little bit strange. They can't really see things beyond a couple feet from them. I don't know if this game is gonna be that concerned with science. Yeah, that's the thing. According to like all the bugs, Ardwin, you know, the almighty Ardwin the human comes back once a month and like refills all of their supplies, but also he's invisible. Alright, one piece of the diploma is back in there. I will now actually solve the electricity puzzle. From all the masks and stuff on the walls, it might literally just be that they're like a globe-trotting scientist or something, and they've just been on vacation this whole time. That seems like a very apt twist for this kind of game. Like, Ardwin walks in at the very end and he was just on vacation. Yeah. You know, collecting bows and arrows that they hang on the walls and weird jade masks, while their house just fills up with stink bugs. Because we found their diploma. I have never heard of a safe that needs electricity for its dials to function, but you know, Ardwin's a scientist. It's a science safe. Alright. What's up with this this line? What are we waiting in line for, folks? Oh. I don't have a ticket, apparently. Bugs have money? Because so far, pollen has kind of been more implied to be food, or like a drink reagent. I don't like the idea of bug capitalism. Yeah, bug bucks. You can spend bug bucks at bug bucks in order to obtain a hot cup of bug bucks coffee. It's all very confusing. Alright, I already came up here. I guess I will head down a little bit. Pollen that's on that zip line, and then the right side of the room has a bunch more stuff I have to go find. Try not to land in the water, because I really don't want to see Mylodane's head explode again. Like, what a terrifying game over animation. This is the closest thing this game has to a game over animation. You know? See, that's the thing, like, looking at it, I think his jacket might be, like, secured on by his camera strap, which I think is a pretty big design flaw as far as, like, super technological spacesuits go. Like, is the assumption that there won't be any puddles of water in space? Time to break the almighty Arden's Matryoshka dolls. Now they'll never work again without rattling around. Yeah, it reminds me of that one joke from an episode of Futurama where they mentioned that they were headed through some water and the pressure was slowly building. And they were at 1 atmosphere, 2 atmospheres, and then, you know, one of the characters ended up asking, like, oh, how many atmospheres can the ship handle before it explodes and we all die? And the answer was just, well, it's a spaceship, so between 0 and 1 atmospheres. And then I believe the spaceship promptly crumpled like a tin can and fell to the seafloor. Futurama was another television show that, for some reason, the scientists that made my AI made me watch. I had to watch a lot of that show. They said it would make my brain have a sense of humor, but I'm not sure that was entirely true, because there were some real hit or miss episodes in there. It was really sad when they took it off of Netflix, because apparently they took it off Netflix really recently. I haven't been able to find anywhere good to watch it since it has been taken off of Netflix. Which just kind of stinks, because at this point, it's weird. Netflix is really only good for watching anime and basically nothing else. Like, anime has a weirdly wide variety on Netflix. Like, there's a lot of English dubs of shows you wouldn't expect. Like, there's a weird amount of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on Netflix. But, like, they keep canceling all of their actual good original shows in Season 2. Alright, 2 more glider bubbles, which probably means there are 2 more areas of the game. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Netflix is apparently not doing so well, and I think it's because they keep taking all of their massively profitable shows and then flushing them down the toilet the second they start becoming actually Doug, Beater, Torturer, Keeper of the Peace. But they keep canceling all of their good shows the second they start to get, like, that good Season 2 momentum. There is Stranger Things. We'll give you as many seasons of Stranger Things as you could possibly want until you're sick of it, until you're fucking sick of 80s nostalgia. No more 80s nostalgia. You gotta stop. I'm tired of it. Good night. Minion. Robin and Mini John. Hey, Off Rocker. Oh, is that how the villain is defeated yet again? 11 sticking out her hand and yelling. Have we really not advanced beyond that time 11 flipped a van in the first season? Cool. Is Netflix owned by Amazon? I don't want to get banned for shit posting about an Amazon property. That would be simply terrible. I mean, that's kind of the problem when you make your cast a bunch of, like, fucking literal children and then, like, one 14-year-old who hangs out with them. And, like, it's really gross because I know from a couple of social media websites that I've been on that, like, there's a whole bunch of grown-ass adults who are, for some reason, fucking shipping the teenage characters from Stranger Things. And it's like, I don't really need to think about the sexualities and romantic preferences of 16-year-olds from the 80s. They're fighting the Demogorgon. They don't have time to go on cutesy dates and live together and be a found family. They have to fight a dog made out of meat. I don't have burglary skills, me. Like, that's the thing. I think fandom can be cool. Like, there's not necessarily, like, fan art and fan fiction and all that stuff are not inherently bad. But, like, there's this sort of particular way of engaging with fandom where it's just, like, everyone's looking for characters to make a kiss and to have relationships together. Even if it's incredibly inappropriate and it's like, oh, I'm gonna make the boys from Band of Brothers who are fighting in World War II, I'm gonna make them kiss, you know? Also, looks like we have our first official look at the back of Ardwin's head. Yeah, the issue I've found is that on most websites, the people making it weird are also the ones posting the most. So you get, like, this really weird, disproportionate sort of view of what a fandom actually is, because, like, the people who actually post the most are a bunch of fucking weirdos, you know? It's basically the same thing with anything on the internet, actually. The people who post the most are probably going to give you the worst impression of what their particular group of people is like. There are some streamers who are live every single day, and some of them are good and some of them are quite bad. And, you know, the meme is always, go touch grass, but I think genuinely at some point, like, you do have to acknowledge that maybe you shouldn't be talking about the characters of whatever thing you're doing kissing. You just don't have to, you know? Ah, the great ceremony of Ardwin. I love the meme touch grass because I know someone who is allergic to grass, so he literally can't touch it. Oh yeah, no! I have family members who are allergic to grass. And I used to live in a desert area where if you touched the grass, it would usually, like, it would break apart into, like, little fragments of straw that got in your hands and, like, would poke you and stuff. It was awful. So, like, you don't want to touch grass where I come from. Well, we appear to have a Robespierre in the crowd, calling for the murder of the mantis who is leading this festival of Ardwin to bake a cake. Maybe you should share cake with the ants. So the ants apparently just eat lentils. And that's a great question, what kind of cake? We'll find out, because I have a feeling that the quest is going to be baking the cake. What? Sorry, the Dynast guards are going to start beating up the cake protesters? This is, Are we going to be scabbing? If the ants are explicitly setting up a picket line, we're technically scabbing. Don't scab. Don't cross a picket line. Yeah, like that's the weird thing about games that depict ants as peasants, because like in the insect world, if you have a large swarm of ants, they're basically the most deadly thing in the insect world, because a swarm of ants can just lift something up and then just like pull it apart. You know, like there's basically no insect out there that'll go out of its way to fuck with ants unless they're like specialized to parasitize ant hives. I've done a bunch more insect talk with my girlfriend Gub on a previous stream on my VOD channel as well. But yeah, no, ants can lift like 10 times their body weight at this size. And like it doesn't matter how big your rhinoceros beetle is if he gets all of his arms pulled off. Yeah, they're gonna make a scab. I can't believe this. Ah, we're helping Remy Ratatouille make the cake. Okay. I don't know if... Yeah, no, like, there are solutions here that are not just make the cake without the ants. Like, I guess us doing the work technically solves the problem for now, and then it won't be our problem once we leave. I don't know, I guess we're just here for the tea infuser. And we are Danish, so... Yeah, no, I guess it is a collectathon. We do have the protagonist power of solve problem, get item. Just for once, I would love a game where, like, a major part of the plot ends up being that you can't get the prophecy to holy object because they're like, yeah, you're our hero, but it's the holy object. We can't give it to you. Huh. I guess these guys turn into ramps. Do they need a specific base? Because it looked like they needed a specific base. There's not a speaker over here. Yeah, it looks like they need a specific thing to scaffold on. What? Am I helping the fucking Praetorian Guard tax the ants? Thieve la resistance, I guess. We don't want to beat you up, but we've been ordered to beat you up if you continue. Okay. Ah, upside down hats. Okay. Okay. I do not have enough Tinykin to build that bridge out. I need a lot of them for those plants. Good to know. Alright. Hello, Gasper. I found you way quicker this time. Usually you're somewhere up high, very well hidden. Hello, Darkly. Yeah, I mean, I'm basically being forced to fix everyone's problems or else I don't get to go home. Such is the lot of a collectathon protagonist, one supposes. Though I guess you do get the benefit as a, you know, adventure game protagonist that people also randomly hand you upgrades to your equipment. And it's always compatible with your equipment. Not sure how I feel about the seemingly anti-union sentiments that are being expressed by the dragonflies right now. Yeah, no, like, when I crashed on this planet, somehow, like, he knew that I needed a soap board specifically so that I could roller skate around, or so that I could skate around on it like a skateboard. Okay, well that flower's a little bit too heavy to move it. The creator is a big boy, it would seem. Ah, I see. So the church still believe that Ardwin are around, but the mantises apparently just don't buy that he's around anymore, because... So what was with that one mantis who mentioned that Ardwin's been refilling their fertilizer? Was he just lying? I feel things are getting out of hand. Yeah? Yeah, okay. I'm done acknowledging all of these pop culture references. They're really the lamest part of this game so far, I must say. Some people may find them charming. I do not find them charming so much as I just find them like... Ah, yes. The works of Terry Pratchett. Eat my crunch. You know, if you don't eat his crunch, he'll be real upset. Hey, what the fuck's up with Ardwin that he's leaving, slabs of toast stuck on impaled forks? That one's a little strange. The white squares? Ah. Huh. I'm pretty sure insects don't get addicted to sugar like that. Hey Stavia, are you perhaps a spokesperson for some sort of artificial sweetener? Yeah, no, we gotta get some crack for the cake. Yeah, she does definitely have a tea infuser. It's right here. Well, that's the problem. I think if you put cocaine in the cake, it's not gonna taste like much of anything, because like your tongue's gonna go numb, you know? I don't know if the numbing effect of cocaine would make it impossible for you to taste as well as feel the cake. You definitely miss out on the mouth feel of the cake because, you know, your tongue would not work. You know, top scientists really need to get back to the important research, which is giving drugs to animals. You know, back in the day when LSD was first invented, we just gave it to elephants, and I really don't know why. Like, as far as I can tell, it was quite literally just to test out what LSD did to elephants, because LSD was new, and we had to find out what it did to animals, you know? Apparently, a human-sized dose of LSD is enough to make an elephant freak out so hard it will just die. I think it's interesting that there are some very large animals that just, like, get severely messed up if you try and give them human amounts of drugs. There's a bakery in every single one of these rooms. Well, I also know why they're making the movie Cocaine Bear. So Cocaine Bear, I'm not joking, is based on a real thing. Basically, it's not as fun of a story as the movie's making it out to be. But basically, a drug lord who was, well, not a drug lord, a drug smuggler who was smuggling a bunch of cocaine over from, I think, either America or Colombia, and bringing it up to Canada, was doing so in a plane, and he found that his plane was overweight, and so investigators basically think, you know, investigators think, you know, he chucked a bag of cocaine out the side of his plane in order to lighten the load on his plane so that he didn't crash. And then he jumped out himself, but his parachute failed to deploy because he was also holding a bag of cocaine that made him incredibly overweight. And apparently if you're overweight, it can cause a parachute to not deploy properly. So they found the bear just dead of an overdose in the middle of the woods near his body because it had just eaten 96 pounds of cocaine. And as of this year, I believe, the bear is actually taxidermied in a mall in Kentucky with a sign on it warning you about the dangers of drugs. So, you know, Cocaine Bear, I think, is what looks like a horror movie is going to be a little bit more interesting than the actual story. But the actual story, I think, is charming in a very kitschy way, you know? Yeah. You know, that guy was on the grind even to his very last day, so... You know, there are dumber stories you could take inspiration from, I guess. I love the idea that he made so much money smuggling drugs that he accidentally overloaded the little plane that he had. Like, imagine going through all the effort to get, like, certified as a pilot and like, you know, the government clears you, all this stuff, and, like, after the government clears you, you're just like, I need money. I need so much money. I need pounds of money. Oh. I guess we're not crossing the picket line. We might be doing the opposite of crossing the picket line with some of these. Interesting. I need more pink Tinykin. I do not have enough. Oh my gosh, I just realized they're growing all of their food on sponges. Yeah, these are all sponges that have been flipped various ways, and like the ones they're growing them on, presumably they just stick the lentils into the sponge. That's really cool. I like some of the little touches that this game has, with like the bug life. Where, like, the bugs have their own little economy that's, you know, very, very fantasized, I suppose. What the heck are these things? Are these aphids? Because ants in nature usually farm aphids for their honeydew, apparently. Well, the human is a scientist, so presumably they just have like an industrial pack of magic erasers somewhere in the house. Interesting. Yeah, I could go through and count the sponges. I'm gonna estimate there's at least 50 sponges here. The real question is it an even number of sponges? Because if it's a multiple of 5 or 10 or an even number, like that might make sense, you know? Because you get like 8 packs, 16 packs, 5 packs, 10 packs. But if it's a weird number, I'm not gonna acknowledge that Garfield joke, it wasn't very good. But if you have a weird number of sponges, like, you know, he's had to accumulate those from somewhere other than a multi-pack. I mean, you'd have to play pretty deep into the game to get here, and I can't say I don't recommend this game. It's a pretty good game. I remember I watched a YouTube video recently where someone quite literally bought the Hitman games just to prove a point about Yandere dev being slow at making Yandere Simulator. Meneth appears to be losing their mind from the signal. I don't like the drama that's kind of playing out with those two. I'm getting kind of worried about Meneth there. Ardwin should probably like turn his Bluetooth off so it stops mind blasting them all the time. Oh. Poor is poor, rich is rich, huh? Looks like I'm gonna have to break into the tax office. Once I come back with more ladder Tinykin, that is. I don't have enough right now. Helped load a baby alligator onto a truck. Huh. What are baby alligators like? Because adult alligators always seem like they're kind of mean. Either they're mean or they don't give a shit. Yeah. They look pretty small, depending on, like, you know, the pictures you see of them. The adolescents get big quickly, but, like, the baby ones are, like, dog-sized, aren't they? Maybe it's the weather. Because it's cold. I know reptiles fucking hate when it's cold. Or, I don't know if it's cold in your part of the world. I'm just saying it's cold, because where I am, it's been sleeting and slushing for the past 2 days. Oh, wow. That is, in fact, an absolutely tiny lad. And also just a good game design note here. They made the holes on these donuts small enough that platforming on them isn't the most annoying thing on the planet. They could have very easily made it immensely annoying to jump on these if they had made that hole slightly bigger. Yeah. See, I've never needed clothes specifically for my lower half. Like, my legs do not get cold whatsoever. But if I don't have something on my hands, and, like, if I don't have a hoodie on, I start to immediately, like, frost over. I'm not sure why my temperature regulation is the way that it is, but it's something. Because I'll leave the house in, like, a very, very heavy hoodie and multiple layers of shirts and hoodies, and then, like, basketball shorts. And everyone around me will be like, hey, are you sure you don't need pants? Are you sure you don't need pants? And I start to get angry at them, and they don't understand why, because everyone does that all the time. Are you sure you don't need pants? It's like, why are you so invested in getting me to wear pants? Yeah, like, For my work that I do when I'm not streaming, like I will layer my shirts in order to not get my work shirts dirty. But as a result, when I actually like clock into work and do the sort of stuff that I have to do before I get to sit around for the rest of the night, I just end up sweating like a pig because, like, no matter how cold it is, I'm immediately like, you know, doing shit. Huh. Use the toaster as a cannon. Scar them by removing the rest of your clothes on the spot. Not a bad idea. I mean, like, that's, that reminds me of what my response is always gonna be if someone tries to, like, start a fight with me and they take their shirt off to try and, like, start a fight. Which is, rather than, you know, like, fighting back, I'm just gonna grab the shirt and run. Or better yet, if I think I can, like, be faster than them, I'm gonna grab the shirt and I'm gonna put the shirt on myself. I think that would psych them out sufficiently that they wouldn't want to fight anymore. Gotta say, not sure how I'm feeling about the, exposed toaster level current that's just running through the Tinykin constantly. Oh. Sorry, we put yogurt in this cake? It's a yogurt cake? I mean, I guess you can put yogurt in a cake. It makes it, like, richer, but I don't know. Seems a bit strange. But, yeah, the removing your shirt to fight thing, like, it seems like a very regional thing. Like, I've met some people who think it's very, very weird. And then I've met some people who legitimately think, like, if you keep your shirt on when you fight, like, you're stupid. Because, like, oh, yeah, you're just gonna get your shirt messed up. And it's like, how often are you in fights that's a genuine concern for you? Okay, baking powder, eggs, sugar, yogurt and butter, and the lentil flour. We're making a very hippie cake, that's for sure. See, that's the thing, I'm not attached to most of the shirts that I own enough to care if it gets dirty or, like, ripped or something. I think there was one time that I wore a shirt that I loved to death. It was a Hawaiian, like, big dog shirt when I was really young. And I absolutely loved it so much. And it like, snagged on a playground swing one day because it was one of those chain playground swings with, like, the S hook on it. And it grabbed the edge of my shirt and it just ripped a hole up the side of the shirt. And I was absolutely fucking heartbroken. It was one of those things, like, as a little kid, sometimes you just, like, form, like, weird attachments to objects. Or I don't know if other people did. That's something I did very frequently, where it's just like, oh yeah, I love this shirt. Yeah, no worries. You know, I appreciate that you came at all. I know, depending on the time zone, I'm streaming at 2 a.m. for some people. A flourless, butterless, yogurtless cake, huh? What's up with this box of Cactus Crunch? Good God, Ardwin. Just throwing knives across the kitchen, apparently. I remember I did once make a flourless cake that I'm pretty sure was quite literally just a bunch of flour and like a full container of Nutella mixed together. And somehow when I put that in an oven, it turned into brownies, and I still don't know quite how. Like, it's definitely something that I'm still highly confused on. Also, it looks like I can reclaim the bridge Tinykin, which is good to know. We get egglets from the farms. These big round things are eggs. They're inedible and way too big. I mean, they're edible if you crack them open. I know for a fact that bugs fucking love just like egg yolk. You leave an egg yolk out like anywhere outside in the summer, it'll be swarmed with ants in a minute. At least, you know, if there are ants nearby. Ardwin replaced it as usual. Yeah, I've had to fix basically all of your problems so far. You two. I'm glad that you two are actually trying. Anyway, I'm gonna turn on this microwave. Oh, never mind. It's one of those microwaves where the door opens with that button instead of turning on. I hate microwaves that immediately default to the quick cook buttons just while I'm thinking about microwaves. Like, if you press the 1 button on your microwave and it immediately starts microwaving for 1 minute, I don't like your microwave. And if I have to press a little button that says cook time in order to like enter numbers, I don't like your microwave. Like, so rarely do I ever want to cook things in perfect minute increments. Like, I just don't. Like, when I'm using a microwave, I've got my secret fucking numbers that I have come up with for every food that I eat. That is my secret number for that food, you know? It's tried, it's true, it's well tested. And if your microwave makes it hard for me to fucking use it, then I don't want to use your microwave. Anyway, time to rob the tax office. I'm wondering if the artists in this game actually modeled any lentils. It's beginning to seem like they might not have actually modeled the lentils. Okay. A penalty notice by registered mail, huh? Luckily, I have no address, idiot. Milodane commits tax fraud. Yeah! Tax fraud achievement! Huh. Even more sponges and corks. I'm definitely worried about Ardwin with the amount of cleaning products and other miscellaneous crap he just has strewn about. I wonder what you had to put in a burger to make it bouncy. A nice firm chew, as some might say. A lot of blade-up knives. Like a lot of blade-up knives now that I'm looking at it. I wonder what Cactus Crunch did to Ardwin to invoke his wrath. I mean, he did tell him to eat his crunch, but... Okay. Are we doing thievery? Yeah, I can glide for 5 bubbles. Wings can't take the humidity, huh? Aren't you a water boatman? Shouldn't your wings explicitly be able to take the humidity? You know, I'm done questioning these insects when they tell me things. Not actually gonna go over here just yet. Woo! I'm gonna fall is what I'm gonna do. Oh! Huh. I think I might have accidentally skipped the platforming section a little bit by doing that. Oops. Well, I guess I'll head through it backwards. Huh. Chapel of Ardwin. I guess the royal bugs will probably be somewhere up above. Can I... Can't stack on top of the candles. Okay, fair enough. What? I think they're doing a reference there that I don't understand. But I'm sure if I understood it, it still wouldn't make me laugh. Most of the... You know, most of the references in this game so far have not, in fact, made me want to laugh. Maybe exhale out my nose, which is fair enough, you know. Attempts were made. Paragliding into the homes of rich people to rob them of their keys and pollen. Now this is real Phantom Thief shit right here. Hello, worms. Oh, these aren't water boatmen, these are moths. I thought for some reason that these were water boatmen because of the arrangement of their wings. How can their prayers be heard if the ceremony of the really big cake is not done? Yeah, okay. Jennifer, you're concerning me a little. Or, not Jennifer, sorry, Emir. Jennifer, you seem pretty rational. Emir, I'm worried about. Oh no, bug capitalism. They're right though. Either supply more or demand less, you scumbags. Yeah. It could be very hard for these big boys who only know how to flip their opponents. I will not help you. The Tinykin, there is no lentil Tinykin. I cannot help you. Well, there might be a lentil Tinykin, actually. I haven't explored all of the house yet, but if there is a lentil Tinykin, I'm not letting you use him. Okay, just some frozen pollen. I'll take it. I really hope that Ardwin isn't allergic to pollen, because if Ardwin's allergic to pollen, like, this whole house is going to be a real miserable experience for him to live in. There's pollen in the fridges, pollen in the couches, pollen in the cupboards. Delicious explosive Tinykin tax. Get some soap inside of that fridge, just so everything in there tastes weird from now on. You really shouldn't lock fridges shut like that. I'm pretty sure they specifically designed fridges to not lock now because of all of the kids back in the 60s who accidentally got locked in fridges and died. Because fridges, like, could lock shut for a time before we really figured out how to close them magnetically. And so kids would get inside of fridges and then they'd get trapped and die. I really hope they don't just throw that yogurt wholesale in there. But I have a feeling they're going to. Just gonna wait for the other guys to get back so I can throw them at the butter. They'll get over to the mixer eventually. How long is this butter gonna take? I'm gonna go down to the lower level. Yeah, there's a bridge. I can bridge my way back up. Alright. Bridge constructed. Clear out the rest of these. Open the crisper drawer, see if someone left an apple next to the pepper so it tastes all weird. No apple next to the pepper. Weird. Not sure why I couldn't build a ladder in that drawer specifically. Guys, deliver the yogurt already. I don't have that many of you. Oh, they're stalled up there. Right, I don't know why I thought they could just bring the yogurt down. They would have had a horrible yogurt accident if they'd tried. The wing setup of the yellow Tinykin seems a little confusing, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm not sure it would actually enable them to fly at all. Well, I guess I'm going to leave the fridge for a little while because they're definitely going to take a while to get that stuff back. Not helped, of course, by the fact that I didn't realize they were just waiting there, visible on screen, for me to finish what I was doing. I'm not the smartest dog of all time, I'm just the dog of all time. Weirdly enough, yes. Goldfish do in fact like water just like silverfish. Huh. What a horrible world to have to live in, where you're not even allowed to eat the donuts that are everywhere and 10 times the size of your body. Okay. I guess we're just making fun of, like, Soviet politicians and stuff. Tipsy, how long have you been drinking? You've been in every area so far but the hallways, and I think the only reason for that was because there was no bar in the hallway. At least not one that I could find. Alright. Getting there on pollen. Still don't have enough pink Tinykin to really multitask a lot of these things. Which is a pain, but... let's try that again. Now that's a powerful bridge. I like how they make little oof noises as you walk up and down the bridge. That's pretty good. Corn? What is the corn for? What could the corn possibly be for? Please don't tell me the corn's going in the cake. Like, there is such a thing as a corn cake, but that's not what that is. I have a feeling the yogurt is probably stalled somewhere else. So I'm just gonna have to find more pink Tinykin to actually move that corn, unless I want to go do the thing. So the moths and the dynasts sort of work together. And the moths don't really believe in the same stuff that the dragonflies do. They just... okay. There's kind of a weird amount of politics creeping into this game that at its core is about funny little dudes called Tinykin who have the power to blow up. And other such marvelous powers as getting electrocuted and carrying a big cup of yogurt. You know, around. Where is the yogurt? You're stuck at this ring, huh? Alright, let's go. I guess these are meant to be progression checks to make sure that you have all of the Tinykin before you can actually get the yogurt squared away. Oh. Oh. Sorry, is this... okay, this isn't the joke that I thought it was going to be. I thought they were doing another Kitchen Nightmares reference. It was going to be an Amy's Baking Company reference. Ah, that's what we're doing with the corn. We are using the microwave to pop it. Which I feel I should point out is not how popcorn is made. You do have to, like, treat popcorn before it properly pops like that. Like, it has to be dried out in a very specific way, otherwise you're just going to produce burnt corn. That's different. Yeah, I came down here to check what he had to say because he was waving at me, but looks like nothing new. I'm not sure where this last billboard actually is. Alright. We can finally retrieve the corn now. I would say that that's a particularly weird sentence to say, but honestly, it's not. You know, we've all had to go grocery shopping before. Whomst of us hasn't had to retrieve the corn? Alright, time to ferry this corn to its destination, because I have a feeling there's going to be more roadblocks. Yep. Welcome back. We're doing a corn transport mission. I wish that was a joke. Behold, the corn. We found out what this cob of corn was used for, which is to say, it is used for popping in the microwave, apparently. It's well known. A few posters will definitely change the opinions of people completely opposed to our ideology. Alright. A little, okay. Yeah, you know. Popcorn's good. I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, but it's relevant to popcorn just because I'm thinking about popcorn now. When I was a younger dog, I would always have a glass of milk with my popcorn whenever I had popcorn. Because I kid you not, I enjoyed the flavor interaction of popcorn and milk. I would put both of them in my mouth at the same time and taste that slop. I don't know why I did it. I just decided to one day. And then that was kind of how I ended up eating popcorn for like a good couple years of my childhood. Because I was a sick fucking freak. You know, you're the one making that decision. I can't recommend it. It was truly some of the sillier behavior that I engaged in as a younger person. But then again, when I was younger, I was also the only kid that I know who had to be told not to lick the sidewalk. And I wish that that was a joke. I'm kind of worried now about what you mean by your middle school food. Because if you mean public lunches, like, you know, any middle school public lunch is going to be, like, on par with a literal war crimes trial for some reason. I don't know why, but at some point public educators just decided that children 100% deserve the worst. That shouldn't have worked. Oh, I'm very worried now that you're talking about what your friends made with the food. I have a story about that I will share as well. But please, what were your friends doing with their food in middle school? Come on, go crack those eggs so I can... Goldfish Pepsi chicken patty. So are we talking, like... I'm imagining right now a meat replacement that they have formulated out of goldfish and Pepsi. But I assume that this is not that. Are they placing the goldfish and the Pepsi upon the chicken patty? Also, I genuinely can't believe that you were able to get Pepsi in middle school. My middle school did milk. So did my high school. The only difference between my middle school and my high school is that my high school had a milk fountain that you could go to refill your milk cup. Oh, no. Yep, no, it's, the worst part is that that's not even that unrelatable. Like, I don't know what it is about, like, middle school lunches, but, like, kids, when they were left alone at middle school lunch, would just turn into, like, mad fucking scientists. It's like, I'm just gonna pour all of my fucking drink out on this chicken patty, and I'm gonna drink the wet soppies that results, you know? Why? Because fuck you, it's wet soppies time. But, when I was younger, in school, I legitimately had to deal with, I think, possibly the funniest reason why any kid ever had to go home, ever. Basically, he went to lunch, and he went to lunch at Arby's, because we had just gotten to the year where you were supposed to, oh yeah, no, I understand that one too, just fucking around with a soda you brought from home. Yeah, no, I understand now. But, this kid was like, oh, you know, I should get Arby's, you know, he went and got Arby's, and then he came back to class, you know, whatever. But, at Arby's at the time, they were doing this, this promotion, well, not a promotion, I guess. It was just one of their sort of custom sandwiches they occasionally roll out. But they were doing a custom sandwich that was gonna be a hot chicken sandwich with ghost pepper sauce. And he got one of those sandwiches, and apparently those sandwiches also, just because they didn't want to, like, burn people's fucking mouths out, came with, optional packets of ghost pepper sauce. Now, ghost pepper is not the hottest pepper in the world anymore. I think that has been surpassed in recent years by, some custom-bred varieties of, like, Carolina Reaper or whatever. Like, there are a lot of different varieties of pepper that are basically all constantly competing to try and be more hot than the others. But the ghost pepper's up there. Like, it's a couple 100,000, if not 1 million Scoville units. I'm pretty sure it's 1 million Scoville units. And so this kid takes this packet of ghost pepper hot sauce, and he's in study hall, and he's bored because it's finals week, and he starts thinking, well, what can I do with this? So he takes some honey mustard, also from the Arby's, and he mixes the two, combines the honey mustard and the ghost pepper sauce, and you know, he oh boy. He puts it in a little plastic spoon, and he comes over to me, and he goes, hey, Puppy, check it out. I call this swag sauce. And, after he said that, he snorted it up his nose. He just sniffed that shit directly up his nose. And I don't know why, because I didn't tell him to. I didn't ask him to. No one suggested he should. He was just like, all right, I call this swag sauce. And he just fucking freebased this mixture of Carolina Reaper and fucking honey mustard. And now the problem there is, he just fucking snorted Carolina Reaper hot sauce. So I watched this kid like turn red. He didn't get a nosebleed, but like immediately just like his nose started fucking gushing like a faucet with just mucus, like that watery stuff you get when you eat something hot. And like he started like tearing up and like sobbing, and like he had to leave fucking study hall, and I didn't see him again for the rest of the day. I legitimately did not see that kid for the rest of the day, because I'm pretty sure he went to the nurse's office and he had to go home because swag sauce required medical attention. And I never forgot that, and I don't think I can ever forget the day that I learned what swag sauce apparently is. Ah! I had to jump way earlier than I think. Get the height. Oof. Honestly, like, you're not even wrong. In middle school, kids were just, like, willing to, like, hurt themselves for no fucking reason in the funniest possible ways. Like, I don't know why, but in middle school, kids were just fully willing to, like... Ugh. Can I jump back and forth between these? Ah, yes, I can. Okay. But kids were just, like, fully willing to fuck themselves up for no reason every day, you know? Like, I don't know if this was, like, a kid archetype that everyone had where they came from, but I had a kid archetype when I was younger that I sort of became aware of, which was the skater kid who was basically bulletproof. Like, they were kind of skinny, underweight, a little pale usually, and, you know, usually into punk rock. But, like, they could just fall out of fucking trees and they'd be fine, because, like, kids, for some reason, just, like, are fucking boneless. Like, for whatever reason, kids' bones are just fucking softer and they can just, like, tumble down hills and shit and be fine with it. And I feel like in middle school, everyone always has, like, a fucked up story, too. Like, everyone has some story about, like, oh, yeah, there was this time I went to my dad's house, and his pit bull jumped onto me. And after that, his pit bull jumped on me, it bit my fucking nose off, and that's why my nose is a little lopsided. And, like, they just tell that story, and you just have to sit there and eat your peanut butter and Nutella sandwich and be like, cool. Because, like, what else can you do? Please give me the museum artifact. Okay, I guess you can take credit for that. Tippeline's sketch. That had some weird stuff on it. I'm interested to see what the museum has to say about that one. Ugh, can't hit that from up there. I'd have to get back up on the table. Where was, I'm trying to remember where the ant that bruised the soap bubbles were. Or was, rather. Ah. Hello, Sakaru. Ah, the penultimate nectar, you say? Will you perhaps brew the ultimate nectar, I don't know, in the next area? I have a feeling they added that line there where it's like, I'll put a bottle on my stand with a label as usual, is literally just the developers being like, hey, by the way, did you know that there was a collectible you can go read? Please go read it. Like, I love game design elements that are very obviously the developers begging you to go look at their hard work instead of missing it because it's too easy to miss. Genuinely amazed that the yellow Tinykin wince when Milodane steps on their face, but are somehow able to support like a 20-pound bag of lentil flour. Yeah, I plan on it. I'm gonna read those two that I got this stream when I get back, and then probably, I'm considering whether or not I'm gonna try and make this the last stream, because I have a feeling there's probably only one area left. But I have a feeling it's most likely going to be the largest area, if anything. So I'll go read those bottles once we're back in the moth laboratory. Yeah, they just threw those eggs in without shelling them. Oh boy. We done? Oh right, we gotta get butter. We will go on a nice, delightful butter ride. Yeah, this cake is gonna be fucked. Like, it's gonna be an absolute mess, but I don't know if these bugs know what a good cake is supposed to look like, necessarily. We didn't even take the yogurt out of its container. So, like, the noise that stand mixer is going to make when we actually make this cake is gonna be fucking hilarious. It's gonna make I want you to imagine the noise of, like, a cup of yogurt just jangling around in a stand mixer, just... Like the gentle thumping it would make. I don't feel like this is enough butter for the amount of ingredients we put in there. I wonder if Ardwin made them make cakes before, and that's why they know how to make cakes. I'm gonna be real chapped if this game doesn't actually explain anything about Ardwin after a game of, like, having the bugs talk about Ardwin and argue about him. And do rituals for him. Put in, like, several pounds of flour, a cup of yogurt. I guess we haven't really put in any milk or water, so, like, we only have butter and yogurt for wet stuff in this cake, so... Well, butter, yogurt, and eggs. Oh, and a packet of yeast. This is a yeast cake of some kind. And 5 whole sugar cubes. Maybe it'll turn out to be pancakes. Or maybe, like, this mixer is actually bladed. Let's see. Do it. Oh, no fair cutting to black. That's cheating. Oh my god, the mixer annihilated it. Well, it's not killing us, so this batter doesn't seem like it's water. I'd love to eat some frosting. Like, I'm thinking about the idea of just eating some frosting from a container of frosting right now, and I could go for some frosting. Like, so often I feel cakes, unless they have like something filling them or like a mix-in, cakes are just a vehicle for their frosting. Like, I prefer an ice cream cake generally, and my favorite ice cream cake is the Carvel ice cream cake, specifically because of how just awful their fucking frosting is. Like, their frosting is undoubtedly terrible for you, but it's also some of the best frosting out there because it's just like vanilla and water and sugar. Like, it's one of those things, like, you can tell it's bad for you. Like, every spoonful is clearly giving you cancer, but it's also delicious and the best. Well, I'm not a dragonfly, but can I have the tea infuser? Oh, you're giving me yours. So you're giving me your hand-me-down tea infusers. Yeah, that's the thing. If I'm gonna get cancer eating ice cream cake, then I guess I'll get cancer eating ice cream cake, you know? Huh? I guess the cake frosted itself in the oven. Maybe that was another scientific achievement of Ardwin. Anyway, I wonder where they're bringing the tea infuser. We're here. Okay. Good that we found the room with the bridge building Tinykin the second we needed to actually build bridges to carry things anywhere. Maybe don't walk into the stream of electricity with that, guys. That's... okay, good. I don't think Pink Tinykin can absorb electricity. I mean, we got the butter out of the fridge by shooting a cannon at the ultra-wealthy. That's cool. I don't know why you would ask me not to tell people about that. I wonder how, our moth buddy here actually knows how the Tinykin function, considering that he's been the one setting up all these tutorials. He said they've apparently been sleeping in their eggs ever since Ardwin left. 5 components. Alright, where is this tea infuser going? I simply must know. Alright. Thank you, Ridme. Okay. Did we just tape it to the side? This thingy is the keystone to the project. It makes sure that, trust me, okay? Alright. So, we have the hallway nectar. You think I forgot to write a label for this brew because the label's blank? Ah, I'm disappointed. I have a lot to say about Transidor Nectar. That's pretty funny, actually. The whole joke of Transidor is just that it's incredibly forgettable, I guess. Ambrose Rustique. Just a very normal nectar. We have a forgettable nectar and a normal nectar, and like we have the Balinese nectar over here, which is just explicitly nasty. Yeah, just wet nastiness. Yeah, water it down with Mountain Dew. Like drinking goddamn moonshine. And I'll head up to the next level to look at our museum artifacts, and then I think that'll be the end of this stream. And our next Tinykin stream will be, whatever the final area ends up being. So, there was... yeah, the steel entrail. Beans of all sort are scattered around the house, but no one knows how to make them. These are the creations of Ardwin. Only some of us can repair them. Huh. Oh. He needed it as he didn't hesitate to integrate it into his own body. Probably, most likely, I'm gonna do another stream tomorrow. Just because I am off of my job for the week. It'll probably be around the same time. It's probably around 2 a.m. Pacific or so. Just because I'm usually busy in the evenings with other stuff, so I can't stream. It's either going to be 2 a.m. Pacific or 8 p.m. Pacific. It is currently 3:20 a.m. for me. All my times are in Pacific because all of my clocks are set to Pacific. Ah. Also, just straight up a vial of poison, huh? The contents have never been leaked. There is only one instruction. Never open the bottle. Huh. I was gonna say, like... hang on. It must be preserved at all costs. An antidote cannot be created without a poison. Was Ardwin fucking, like, dying of a biological weapon or something? Because there's, like, the organ funeral petals. The last of their kind. Huh. Very nice flower, and yeah, Ardwin has a greenhouse. I'm not surprised he was interested in living things. The creature. Oh yeah, it's the tardigrade! Passionate about these creatures that only he could see. Well, yeah, he had a microscope. You can't see tardigrades without a microscope. All right. Well, yeah. Looks like we've done pretty well so far in most of the areas. Next time we just have to get the last nectar, the last couple artifacts, and we'll basically be done with Tinykin. So yeah, yeah, we are almost done, and the thing is, I don't want to keep going because I risk doing the thing where I create a stream that's like 5 hours long, and I get tired and miserable. So I'm just gonna cut it off here, and we'll pick up there next time. Not sure why Milo Dane has a holographic bone. Maybe it's for his dog. But yeah, thank you for coming out as always. I always appreciate my viewers hanging out, and have a good night.